Hey, welcome to Reality TV Audio Podcast. In this video, we will be talking about MILANIA GIUDICE hiring a high-powered defense attorney after her assault arrest, GIUDICE calling Ava Dash nasty, a massive RHORI reunion blowout over cheating surgery records, Love Island and BBC cast firings over offensive behavior, Hannah Berner dropping hints about Amanda Batula's good edit on Summer House, Lindsay Hubbard transitioning off the show, Kristen Douch shutting down the Valley cancellation rumors, Chris Appleton joining Strictly Come Dancing, and Steve McBee Jr. speaking out about his dad in prison. We'll cover everything coming up in this audio. Hey, this is Delilah.
Hey, this is Pod.
Welcome to Reality TV Audio Podcast, where we break down the latest in reality TV every day.
Yeah, and the mission here for you listening is really just grabbing a giant stack of reality TV updates and extracting the exact details you need to know today to be the most well-informed person in the group chat.
Exactly. And, we're starting off with some pretty heavy viral news out of New Jersey today. It really shows what happens when real-world legal stuff crashes into reality TV.
Oh, for sure. It's a huge collision.
So, Teresa Giudice's 20-year-old daughter, MILANIA, was actually charged with simple assault back in May. And the big update hitting the news cycle right now is that she officially hired a high-powered New Jersey defense attorney.
Right, Alan Kraminski.
Yes, Alan Kraminski.
Which, honestly, hiring him tells you a lot about how they are viewing this behind the scenes. Like, he is not the guy you call for a minor misunderstanding,
Wait, what kind of cases does he usually do?
Well, he handles really intense, high-profile crisis management. Like, he's defended people in super complex cases. He had a client accused of hiding cameras in a martial arts studio, and another one where a daycare worker was accused of injuring an infant.
Oh, wow. So they are definitely not taking this lightly.
No, not at all. Bringing him on basically signals they are gearing up for a serious legal fight over these charges.
And the thing is, the Montville Township Police have been super tight-lipped about the details of the arrest. So, of course, the information vacuum is just causing rumors to go totally crazy online.
Yeah, nature abhors a vacuum, especially the reality TV internet.
Right, so you have these totally conflicting narratives out there right now. Naughty But Nice actually reported speculation that the victim might have been Luis Ruelas.
Which is wild.
It is.
Yeah.
But then Reality Blurb is citing sources who say the fight was actually between MILANIA and one of her sisters, and that Luis only stepped in to physically restrain her. Just trying to de-escalate it.
It's just chaotic. The family is clearly trying to keep a lid on the legal side of things, but maintaining silence is basically impossible for them at this point.
Yeah, and it's so interesting to watch how this family compartmentalizes everything, almost like a mini PR firm.
Yeah. Oh, totally.
Because on one hand, you have one sibling dealing with serious criminal defense stuff, and on the other hand, her older sister G, who is 25, is making headlines for the most petty social media drama imaginable.
Right, the virtual reality podcast.
Exactly. G just went on Page Six's podcast and completely reignited this feud with 26-year-old Ava Dash.
Over an Instagram unfollow, right?
Yes. G basically called Ava nasty, though she did throw in that she's beautiful right after.
Naturally. Gotta soften the blow.
But it all goes back to Ava claiming that Teresa unfollowed her on social media just to be petty. And G's defense of her mom is honestly the funniest part of this whole thing.
Wait, what did she say?
She argued that Teresa is literally too technologically incompetent to do that on purpose.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, she was like, Teresa barely knows how to film a cameo video, so the idea that she's systematically curating her following list to slight a 26-year-old is just absurd.
I mean, that is a pretty solid defense, honestly.
Right. But G also threw in that she thinks Ava is just using this whole beef to deflect from her own family's financial issues.
Wow. Deflection at its finest.
And while she was at it, G gave a quick update on the Next Gen NYC cast.
That's the one premiering June 24th on Bravo, right?
Yep. She said that Ariana Bierman and Hudson McElroy's split has caused a massive divide in the group. They aren't officially back together. They're just taking time, but it's really fracturing the cast.
So they have real legal issues happening off screen, but they're still feeding the Bravo machine with relationship drama and Instagram beefs.
Exactly. It's just wild how they managed to balance actual police charges and following list drama with the exact same level of public energy.
Yeah, it really is. And, speaking of real-world consequences catching up to reality stars, we have to talk about what's happening in the UK right now.
Oh, the BBC firings.
Yes. The repercussions over there are getting very real. The BBC just completely axed a documentary series that was going to feature former footballer and the Challenge star Ashley Cain.
They already finished filming it too, right?
Yeah, they shot the whole thing. It was called Ashley Cain. Into the Danger Zone. But The Guardian just published this massive expose digging up his past tweets on X, which were highly abusive and misogynistic.
Like, how bad are we talking?
Really bad. Using slurs against women, literally joking about hitting them. And the BBC had to come out and admit their vetting process, quote, clearly failed.
I have to push back on this whole concept of network vetting. Because how does a multi-million-dollar network in 2026 fail to just scroll through a guy's Twitter timeline?
It's crazy.
It's literally the first thing an intern would do. And you're telling me this huge production company just missed it?
Well, the article also mentioned Johnny Bananas facing racism accusations on Netflix's Pop the Balloon Live, so it's clearly a cross-network issue. They just aren't looking at these digital footprints properly.
It's baffling. And it's not just the BBC. Love Island UK is having its own crisis right now.
Right, with George Knight.
Yeah, so George Knight officially left the villa, and he went on a podcast claiming it was because of a sudden family health concern.
Which is the classic excuse.
Always. But The Sun UK is reporting that production actually issued him a formal warning and then flat out fired him for using unacceptable language and microaggressions.
Yeah, the network released that generic statement about private reasons and duty of care, but it seems like people are really losing their spots over their behavior.
Oh, it gets worse. That same article briefly mentioned another unnamed Love Island alum who was just arrested for perverting the course of justice on top of original sexual assault charges.
Jeez. So we're moving from getting kicked off TV to actual jail time.
Exactly. The consequences are extending way past a bad edit.
Well, speaking of people fighting for their lives over bad edits and trying to justify their actions on TV, we are at the midway point of our audio today.
Yes, we are. And before we get to the mess in Rhode Island, we want to give a quick shout out to our listener, Sarah in Chicago.
Hey, Sarah.
Sarah actually messaged us asking if reunion seating charts actually matter. And, well, Sarah, the answer is coming right up.
They absolutely matter. But first, let's talk about the Real Housewives of Rhode Island reunion sneak peek.
Oh my goodness, Rula Pontarelli.
Yes. So Rula literally brought her husband Brian's podiatry surgery records to the reunion.
Wait, physical medical records?
Physical printed paperwork. She brought it to prove that he wasn't cheating on the specific day this suspicious video of him was taken. Because according to the schedule, he was doing foot surgeries.
That is, I'm sorry, that is exactly like a college student bringing a highly detailed forged doctor's note to a final exam.
Totally.
Like, you missed the test because you were at a club, but you think if the letterhead looks official enough, the professor won't notice you're still wearing the neon wristband. Why do they think logistical paperwork fixes emotional betrayal?
It's pure delusion. And her castmate Jo Ellen Tiberi called her out immediately, calling her delusional, because Jo Ellen pointed out that the cheating allegedly lasted until December or January anyway. One Tuesday afternoon surgery schedule doesn't clear him for a 6-month affair.
Right. And didn't the mistress chime in too?
Oh, yeah. Brian's alleged mistress, Beth Walker, actually went into the Instagram comments of the Bravo sneak peek video and wrote, "Arula, how are you still believing Brian? It's sad."
When the mistress is heckling you in the Bravo promo comments, you have lost control of the narrative.
Completely. And speaking of trying to control the narrative, we have to talk about The Valley.
The cancellation rumors.
Yes. There were all these rumors that the show was getting axed before season 4. But Kristen Doubt jumped on Threads to reply directly to a fan and just wrote, "You're wrong, Dana."
She is so confident.
And she has reason to be, which brings us back to Sarah in Chicago's question about seating charts. The season 3 reunion seating chart just dropped.
Let me guess, Kristen got a good seat.
The best. Brittany Cartwright and Kristen scored the first chairs right next to Andy Cohen.
Wow.
Yeah, and the chart also features Lala Kent, Michelle Sonnet, and Tom Schwartz pretty heavily. So yes, Sarah, the seating chart is everything. It shows who the network thinks carried the season.
And who gets asked back.
Yeah.
Which is a perfect pivot to the Summer House cast, because they are currently at war over how they're being perceived by the network and the audience.
Oh, the edits.
Yes, the good edit. So Hannah Berner was doing an interview recently, and she was talking about how she used to have to constantly defend Paige DeSorgo to the Summer House producers.
Because Paige was always in bed.
Literally sleeping through dinner. The producers would complain to Hannah and beg her to get Paige to bring it more.
Which is so funny now, considering Paige laying in bed giving commentary is basically the foundation of the show.
Right. But then Hannah dropped this major hint. She was playing a game, and they asked her to name a castmate who gets a good edit, but is actually way worse in person.
Ooh. Did she name names?
She wouldn't say the name, but she winked at the camera, and Paige was sitting right next to her nodding and saying, "That was good."
And the fans immediately figured it out.
Yep. The overwhelming consensus online is that she is talking about Amanda Batula.
Which makes sense with everything going on with Amanda lately.
Especially since it just came out that Amanda and Kyle Cook actually separated a full 2 months before Amanda confirmed her romance with Wes Wilson. The timeline is super messy, and fans are starting to think the edit has been protecting Amanda a lot.
Yeah, and Wes is getting dragged into the drama too. Lindsay Hubbard just did this huge interview on the Gabbing with Gib podcast.
Wait, did she confirm she's leaving Summer House?
She did. She said she's transitioning off the show to focus on In the City.
Wow, okay.
But she spent a lot of time slamming Wes Wilson. Basically, since Wes left, he's been talking nonstop about the show, and Amanda on his sports podcast, Show Me Something.
Oh, so he's monetizing the drama.
Exactly. And Lindsay called him out, saying he has no other jobs and is just using the show's drama to drive his podcast views.
I mean, is she wrong?
Probably not. But Lindsay also talked about this whole concept of passing the reality TV baton. She said she sat down with West and Jesse Solomon and told them, here's the baton, you now need to perform. Like, they can't just rely on recycling as a storyline anymore.
Okay, I have a question about this.
Yeah.
Because she said she didn't need to have that talk with Sierra Miller since Sierra just naturally stepped up. But is it really up to the OGs like Lindsay to pass the baton?
I don't think so.
Right. I feel like the audience snatches the baton and just hands it to whoever's the most entertaining in that moment. An OG can't just mandate that we care about someone.
Yeah, you can't just assign screen presence. The audience decides.
Exactly. So to wrap up today, let's look at some stars navigating life outside the Bravo and BBC bubbles. Starting with the McBee dynasty.
Yes. Stephen McBee Jr. just confirmed he has had zero contact with Allie Eklund since their split.
Which is probably for the best.
Probably. But he talked about this coping mechanism he uses, which he calls his 20-minute rule. Basically, whenever he gets emotionally charged or upset, he puts his phone down for 20 minutes so he can respond logically instead of reacting out of emotion.
Okay, but honestly, if every reality star used a 20-minute cooling off period, we would not have half the news stories we covered today.
The entire industry would collapse by Tuesday. There would be no show.
Seriously.
Yep.
No angry tweets, no messy Instagram comments. But I guess he needs a clear head right now, especially with his family situation.
Yeah, he gave an update on his dad, Stephen McBee Sr., who has been in prison for about 6 or 7 months now.
What's the status there?
Well, his brother Cole said they talk every couple of weeks, but they made it very clear that the family is not betting on a presidential pardon.
Really? Just accepting the reality of it?
Yeah, Cole basically said they're just putting their heads down and working through it, not looking for some miracle out.
Which is pretty rare for a reality TV family facing federal prison, honestly.
Definitely.
All right, and for our final update, a much lighter one. Chris Appleton is making a big TV move.
The celebrity hairstylist.
Yes. Ex-husband of Lucas Gage, styles Kim Kardashian and J.Lo. He is officially joining the cast of BBC One's Strictly Come Dancing for 2026.
Oh, that's a huge pivot for him.
It is. He joked about it, saying he knows his way around a salon floor, but not a dance floor.
That's a great PR line.
Totally. But, you know, looking at all these stories today, from the GIUDICE legal battles to Wes Wilson's podcast, it really leaves you with this thought about the era of meta-reality we're in.
Oh, 100%.
Reality TV isn't just the episode that airs on the network anymore. It's the podcast they host to complain about their edits. It's the Instagram comments from the mistresses. It's the actual court dockets. The fourth wall is completely gone.
Yeah, the show on TV is basically just the rough draft for the real drama playing out online.
Exactly. But hey, if you thought Rula's podiatry surgery records were intense, wait until you hear the leaked audio from the Below Deck cast dropping tomorrow.
Oh, it is messy.
You definitely won't want to miss that.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining us for this deep dive into the daily drama. Keep your group chats ready.
Because the truth is usually a lot murkier than a broken bone on an X-ray.
Catch you tomorrow.